All right, let's dive in. We hear a lot about the war for talent, right? Well, it turns out some companies are starting to pull way ahead of the pack. And their secret weapon? It isn't just better coffee or more vacation days. It's artificial intelligence. Today, we're going to break down exactly how AI is giving them a serious, almost unfair advantage. So let me ask you a question, and be honest. Does it feel like you're losing that war? Like you're constantly playing defense, scrambling to find good people, and then watching them get snatched up by the competition? If that sounds familiar, trust me, you are not alone. I mean, this is the old playbook, and it's probably painful to look at because it's so familiar. You've got that mountain of resumes to sift through by hand. The hiring process drags on for weeks, sometimes months. You're trying to fight your own biases, and all the while, your number one candidate just took another offer because someone else moved faster. It's a broken system, plain and simple. And let's be clear, this isn't just a minor inconvenience. It's a massive headache for modern businesses. So let's dig into why these old school methods are just not cutting it anymore. You know, if you think AI in hiring is some far-off, futuristic idea, you need to see this. It's happening right now. Look at this chart. Adoption has literally doubled in a single year. This isn't some niche trend for tech startups anymore. It's going mainstream, and companies are scrambling to keep up. So let's define the real problem we're talking about here. It's not just that it's hard to find people. It's that the process itself is failing. Every single hour spent on manual tasks is an opportunity for your competitors to get ahead. This isn't just an HR issue. It's a direct hit to your company's ability to compete. So what's the fix? Well, this is where AI comes in. But here's the key. Don't think of it as some robot that's here to replace recruiters. The best way to think about it is as a super-powered co-pilot designed to make your human recruiters even better at their jobs. So what does this co-pilot actually do? Well, it transforms the entire process. It starts by helping you write a job ad that actually attracts the right people. Then, and this is huge, it can screen thousands of resumes in seconds. A chatbot can then talk to candidates, answer their questions, and even get them scheduled. And finally, it serves up a pre-vetted, high-quality shortlist for your recruiters to focus on. And think about the experience for the candidate for a second. There is nothing worse than applying for a job and then just hearing crickets. AI chatbots work 24/7. They give instant updates and answers. That one little thing, making a candidate feel seen and not ignored, can be the difference between them saying yes to you or walking away. And here's where it gets to be a real game changer. Instead of just going with a gut feeling about someone, AI can analyze historical data to actually predict which candidates have the highest probability of succeeding in that specific role. This helps your team move from intuition to making truly data-driven decisions. Okay, so a smarter, faster process sounds great, but what does that actually mean for the business, for the bottom line? Let's look at the real, tangible benefits that this AI edge actually provides. It really boils down to these 5 key areas. And what's so powerful is that it's not just one thing. It's a massive improvement across the entire board, from being faster and cheaper to hiring better, more diverse teams, and making sure candidates have a great experience. Let's just talk about speed for a second, because this is wild. On average, the old way takes about 44 days to fill a role. With AI, some companies have crushed that down to just 11 days. That's 4 times faster. You can have your top choice signed, sealed, and delivered before your competitors have even scheduled their first phone screen. And all that efficiency, it leads directly to some pretty jaw-dropping cost savings. Just think about the sheer number of hours your team spends just doing that first pass on resumes. By automating that part alone, you could slash the cost for each candidate you screen by up to 75%. That's real money you can put back into things that matter. Now, this might be the most important advantage of all, AI's potential to make hiring more fair. When it's set up right, AI can be trained to ignore things like gender, age, or background, and focus only on skills and qualifications. Take Unilever. After they brought in an AI-driven process, they saw a 16% increase in the diversity of their new hires. That's not just a nice to have. That's how you build a stronger, more innovative company. And finally, we can't forget the candidate. A clunky, slow, impersonal hiring process is toxic for your company's reputation. This research from BCG says it all. More than half of candidates would turn down your job offer, no matter how good it is, if they had a bad experience getting there. Now, AI is an incredible tool for sure, but it is not a magic bullet. to really get that competitive edge, you have to be smart and responsible about how you put it to work. And this is the ultimate cautionary tale. Years ago, Amazon built an AI recruiting tool, but they had to scrap it. Why? Because they had learned from old biased hiring data and was actually penalizing resumes that mentioned the word women. It's a powerful reminder that an AI is only as unbiased as the data you feed it. Human oversight is absolutely essential. And that brings us to the single most important idea to take away from all this. This isn't about humans versus machines. The real winning formula, the new way, is a partnership. You let the AI do the heavy lifting, the data processing, the screening, the scheduling, so that your human experts can focus on what they do best, building relationships, judging culture fit, and making that final critical call. So for any team looking to adopt AI, these are the non-negotiables. You have to check your tools for bias, constantly. You absolutely must keep a human involved in the final decision, and you have to be obsessive about data quality and privacy and train your people on how to use these powerful tools the right way. And that really leaves us with one last question to chew on. As AI quickly becomes the new standard, every single company needs to look in the mirror and ask, is our hiring strategy built for the way things used to be, or is it built to win the war for talent tomorrow?